Okay, hello everyone. So we're on topic 5 of our research, which is going to be the last topic, but you will get an additional bloopers videos because we have lots of
Yay!
those. So the topic this week is the new concept of turning CO2, which is carbon dioxide, into an energy source via solar power.
So I'll start introducing a little bit about how we turn CO2 into power now and what we do generally to turn like natural resources and other stuff like that into power. So according to the US Energy Information Administration, they did a study in 2020, and most of the nation's electricity comes from natural gas, nuclear energy, and coal. So electricity is also produced from renewable resources, and then there will be like wind, hydropower, solar power, biomass, and geothermal energy. And then there's three main categories of energy for electricity generation, and that's going to be fossil fuels, which are coal and natural gas and petroleum, and then nuclear energy and renewable energy resources. So an example of that would be like the gas that we use for our cars, because that's a non-renewable energy source, because the earth doesn't produce the gas as fast as we use it, which is why gas prices have been going up, because it's been getting like rarer and rarer because we've been running out of it, because it takes so long to get to the point of like fossils to gas. So that's an example of a non-renewable energy source. And then we've talked a lot about like steam turbines and water generators kind of in like ninth grade biology and in earth science classes. I don't know if you guys are here in like eighth or ninth grade, but we know that like the water powers the turbines and like the engines, and it'll make electricity, stuff like that. And then gas turbines are also included. And then we all know about solar panels. You see those big solar panels everywhere, and that also makes electricity.
Yeah, so quick overview on something that is a renewable resource, which is solar power. So there are two ways to turn solar radiation into electric energy. So photovoltaic panels are technologies that absorb cells from the sun to make energy. We also have mirrors that concentrate sunlight, them into like thermal or heat energy. And those mirrors are usually in like large power plants rather than like home panels, which is what the photovoltaic panels are usually used for. So the mirror energy moves by electrical charges and then is used or stored in batteries. And an average US household uses 10,400 kilowatts of electricity per year, which means that if you install like a 250-watt solar panel on your house, you'll need 28 to 34 solar panels in order to use power for your entire house. But then again, that's just on generals. So a few advantages of solar power is the fact that it's renewable energy, which is better for the environment. It also reduces your electricity bills and is pretty low maintenance. There's a disadvantage to it. They're still expensive to purchase and install, but once after that, it's like easier to maintain. And then dependent on weather, if it's a cloudy day versus a super sunny day or a cloudy week, then and you get less sunlight and less energy absorbed. Storing energy also costs a lot, and it takes up a lot of space, whether it's on your roof or in your backyard or such.
Yeah. So basically, I'm going to talk about how you turn CO2 into energy now. So basically, NASA actually has discovered this new technology that converts greenhouse gas carbon dioxide into a fuel using this like solar powered thin film device. So like we were just talking about solar energy, as Jess was mentioning, and like they've actually like taken that and like narrowed it down even more to make CO2 turn into an energy source. And then this metal oxide thin film is fabricated to produce photoelectrochemical cells that are powered by solar energy. And as a greenhouse gas, carbon dioxide helps warm the atmosphere, but it's like too much, which is why we are trying to like concentrate it into power instead of just letting it be like free roaming because we all know about like the greenhouse gas effect and how the global warming has been happening because of an excess of CO2. So what we're trying to do is turn CO2 into ethanol, and then we can like turn it into a chemical and you can add it to the stocks of US gasoline.
Yeah, so on the topic of that, what is like this type of energy and use of our resources mean for the future of our planet? Solar power can create a positive impact on our climate due to it being like a renewable energy source that does not create like mass amounts of air pollution like we use now. Solar power can also reduce the amount of acid rain and toxic smog in our environment. So in Connecticut, we don't see a lot of either of those because we're not like a factory state. But in states that have a lot of factories and such, you will see like the pH go more acidic in the rain, which can cause problems and like it's hazardous drinking water if people use rainwater. But also like toxic smog, making it hard to breathe, doing physical issues, whether that gives you bronchitis or such. But yeah, overall, like it helps reduce those and will help bring our like planet back to the way it was before all that, not exactly back to the way it was, but like slowly making it better. It will also help with the conservation of water since alternative energy sources such as like coal or natural gas or even just like water like produced energy, it requires the use of a lot of water or movement of water or just like taking the water up in general via production in factories. And then solar power reduces carbon emissions into our environment and our atmosphere. So it like manages to only emit less than 15% of carbon dioxide that is produced by burning coal, which is a huge like difference. From burning coal, you get all of this like toxic waste that you're putting into the environment, but it's less than 15%, which is a huge drop. And lastly, it preserves the land on Earth. So solar energy doesn't cause severe harm to the land when creating energy compared to, like mining, transporting natural gases and coal, like all of that just destroys the land, including like deforestation for whether building more factories, for trying to mine, or for using the wood as like a source of energy. It definitely helps with the land. Um, Overall, I'm a big supporter on solar energy. It's not exactly something that I can choose for my own household right now, but I probably will switch to solar energy when I can. Um, but yeah, this sounds like a new, especially mixing solar energy and absorbing the carbon dioxide already in our atmosphere. It seems like a very, better thing for our environment, working to a goal that we aren't quite there yet, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, I agree. It's like killing two birds with one stone, taking care of like the energy issue we have and the carbon dioxide issue we have. Yeah, so this was our last topic, and we've really enjoyed the senior project. We've been having a lot of fun with these videos, and you guys will get a really nice blooper video because we've had a lot of bloopers recently. But we really appreciate being able to do this project and having the opportunity. And we've learned a lot, and we've also grown as friends being able to do this stuff together.
I don't know if
So I
I'd
hope
say
you
that.
so thanks guys for
um,
watching. Do
yeah,
you have anything to say, Jess?
probably just it was interesting like creating these topics. I went through a bunch of podcasts just to see where I could go with it since it was such a broad topic that both of us chose. But yeah, doing the research was super fun, especially like the brain scan one, and then making the videos. The editing wasn't that much fun, but it's okay. But
You
yeah,
like editing.
I'm glad we could, share something and put it out there for other people to learn more of. We got a couple comments in some of our videos and I was able to answer them. So I'm hoping this gives a little insight to more people.
Mhm.
And yeah, thank you so much for watching.
Thanks, guys.